Have you ever watched something and been hit with the overwhelming feeling of witnessing history? I felt that watching the 2016 election numbers roll in during the 2020 protests, and most recently, watching the Adrian Dittmann interview on Fortnite Friday. For those of you with healthy relationships to the internet, Adrian Dittmann is a X user who allegedly is an Elon Musk superfan. Now, I say allegedly because it has long been speculated that Adrian Dittmann is, in fact, an Elon Musk sock account, or an alt account to roleplay as someone else, in this case, singing Elon's praises to a weird degree. I'm not going to be confirming whether or not Adrian is Elon in this video, because as far as I'm concerned, either it is Elon and the richest person in the world has a self-simp account for some reason, or it is just a 20-something-year-old who has perfectly copied Elon's speech patterns, thoughts, and ideology. Either way is equally weird. ConnorEatsPants successfully critiques the power and influence CEO billionaires like Elon Musk have over the American people, while Adrian dances around in circles, rambles incoherently about woke game devs, and recites his favorite decades-dead memes while admonishing pop culture. If I'm being real honest here, I'm still not 100% sure whether or not Adrian is Elon, if Elon sometimes tweets from Adrian's account, or if Adrian is just Adrian. Even after watching other people's analyses and reading Jackie and Mai's write-up, I'm still not 100% convinced this is everything. After Adrian logged off, I felt a whirlwind of emotions, felt more confused than when the stream started, and that confusion only grew when that road started twisting almost immediately. This is a weird story, a story that is still in its infancy, and it's a story I think more people should be thinking about. If it is Elon running a self-congratulatory alt while sitting next to one of the most powerful people on Earth, why would he feel the need to continue sucking himself off online? Why would he go on Fortnite Friday for 3 hours just to get made fun of? He's already achieved everything that he could. If it is Adrian, why does he sound almost exactly like Musk? Why is he going online and saying things like Elon gets lots of sex and other just weird, way too personal details to make Elon sound cool or something? And why does he maintain this air of mystery, that lingering question of identity? For what? For late epic memes? Are they going to troll the SJWs again? Or was Elon the real pointing Spider-Man meme all along? What? Why did you write that? What decade is this? Ugh. Hi, my dudes. I'm Seamus. I talk about politics, corporate bullshit, and whatever else spikes my dopamine. If you like what you see here, give me a little interaction and subscribe so I can keep popping up in your recommended feeds. If you missed it, on Friday, January the 3rd, the notification went out on Blue Sky, X, and YouTube that Elon Musk was about to appear on Fortnite Friday. Now, I'm 30. I played Fortnite way back in Season 1, and I was never any good at the game, so I have not been paying attention to anything related to Fortnite or Epic Games in general, but this is different. I had learned about Connor Eats Pants through the Fear and podcast, and I was immediately interested. Interviewing George Santos while playing a game he most likely has never played or even heard of before, that's peak comedy. And honestly, Connor Eats Pants is a fantastic interviewer. This is officially an unpaid Connor Eats Pants ad. I legitimately believe that Fortnite Friday is a better interview show than Hot Ones. And I think this might be the first use of Fortnite as a medium to create something amazing, which, if that's not the definition of cutting-edge progressive performance art, I don't know what is. So I'm sitting there in the lobby with a couple thousand other people just waiting to see what was going to happen. I had heard the conversation between Adrian and Elon on Spaces, knew the speculative lore that Adrian and Elon were actually one and the same, and there was even a brand new story from 4chan, the most reputable of sources, that somehow Adrian had admin privileges on X. At the time, all signs pointed to Adrian being Elon. By engaging in the discussion of whether or not Adrian is Elon, I'm shining a light on the games of the rich and powerful. Undoubtedly, though, this video and videos like it will only help extend Adrian's reach. But Adrian, whether Elon or not, is 1 degree away from Trump, one of the most powerful people on the planet, and we can't verify who he is? This is done somewhat on purpose from what I can tell, as both Maya and Jackie's article, as well as the Spectator article, both got taken down off of X, further whipping up confusion around this story. I was revisiting that narrative rabbit hole in my mind when Adrian logged onto the stream, and there it was. That voice. That same voice that yelled out, USA! The same laugh that Elon made when he made that stupid X jump. And the ideas that came out of Adrian's mouth about CEO adoration, capital accruement being the only thing he cared about, and Adrian admitting to not understanding human emotion, it all sounds like something the son of an apartheid emerald mine owner would say. Connor hits Adrian with loaded questions to try to gauge what era he grew up in. According to Adrian, he is a 20-something who got the internet at the age of 18, yet plays older games like Diablo, Dead Space, and Star Wars Online, which, to me, already sounds like someone over the age of 30. Connor then asks what kind of music Adrian likes, to which Adrian gives yet another old man answer of classical, electronic, and music from the 60s and 20s. Keep that last one in mind. Connor later asks what Adrian was doing on 9/11, to which Adrian replies, doing my thing, which Connor immediately jumps on because, if I was in kindergarten during 9/11, then they must have been toddlers. Adrian says toddling around is doing his thing, but I don't know, dude. That's just not how a 20-something would answer that, in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't have even said doing my thing, because at 5, I have no memory of the day. This doesn't show that Elon is Adrian. It's really just weird, and it just does not sound like someone who got started on the internet within the last decade. Then there's how Adrian engages with memes. Connor asks him what his favorite memes are, to which Adrian replies, Doge, or the pointing Spider-Man meme, literal macro images and rage comics circa 2010. I was there for that. I was in these spaces in 2010. I have seen 4chan B posts get turned into green text memes and then spread around on Reddit, 9gag, and Memebase. These are ancient relics of a bygone era, closer to the classic sociological definition of the word meme. This is a culture that should be, by all accounts, dead and gone, yet somehow the groypers, boomers, and apparently X-posters have kept a fertile ecosystem of rage comic-esque impact font memes alive for some reason. It's almost as if X is some uncontacted civilization frozen in some long past mimetic moment. Elon has gone from posting about Dogecoin online to creating a brand new governmental body with Vivek Ramaswamy called the Department of Government Efficiency, or Doge, which is in itself a redundant system because that's what auditors and ombudsmen are for. But these grifters don't give a shit.
Talk about Vivek Ramaswamy.
Wait, what's up with him?
Like, what do you think about him?
I think he cool.
He cool? Huh?
Yeah, he cool.
You like his vibe?
I didn't see anything wrong. Yeah, he's alright, dude. He's okay.
He cool.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of funny.
Wait, what do you think of him?
I think he's just a funny guy. He knows how stupid his
Like
voters are, and he kind of just plays into it. I kind of respect that.
What do you mean?
Like, he knows exactly what he's
What do you
doing. You can tell in his face and his eyes. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Huh? I don't think that he thinks his voters are stupid.
Oh, he thinks they're the biggest idiots on earth.
How so?
I just know, bro. You can see it in his eyes.
Nah, I don't know, man.
Now, yes, the government wastes millions of dollars on overpriced hammers, sending paperwork back and forth, and the deep, bureaucratic red tape. As an anarchist, I hate all of this, but I recognize adding another node to drain money from the system is parasitic and a waste of time. I know this, Vivek probably knows this, and more people are waking up to these robber barons' tricks. Between arguments over H-1B visas and an internal MAGA civil war, Elon is losing face as more and more people are waking up to his bullshit, and he's most likely looking to rebrand. Is it really that surprising that people would assume that this is yet another attempt from Musk to manufacture positive publicity from outside accounts? While making a self-congratulatory stock account might sound insane, this wouldn't be the first time Musk has done it. Elon has a history of making alt accounts to roleplay as someone else. Most famously, he made an alt account to roleplay as his child, XIA12, which is weird enough on its own, but then he starts posting the oddest things like taking shots at his ex Grimes from the perspective of his child, or posting that this account, again, supposed to be a 3-year-old, loved librarians under a post sexualizing Sam Bankman-Fried's girlfriend. Elon loves attention and stands the most to gain from an attention economy, so creating a praise kink alt would absolutely drive engagement, not only on his site, but across the internet, this video included. Obviously, I'm not saying ignore the man or this story, because ignoring someone that unstable, that rich, and that powerful is dangerous. And honestly, I think the ignoring ship has long since sailed, but what can we do? If Elon Musk is the one who went on Fortnite Friday, that would mean he went on a smaller streamer's platform to play a video game for 3 hours while getting made fun of the entire time. So, what if it isn't Elon? What if Adrian is Adrian? Well, that would lead me to the question, who is Adrian Dittmann? Apparently, Adrian Dittmann is a real-ass person actually named Adrian Dittmann. Adrian is an ex-poster who frequently uses AI art and streams himself cooking steaks and stuff. So far, it really kind of seems like this is the Adrian from X that we all know and know. This Adrian is the son of an entrepreneur who currently lives in Fiji, but was born in Germany and moved all around the world to places like Gibraltar. Despite Adrian sounding almost exactly like Elon on the Fortnite Friday stream, when I learned Adrian was from Germany, the accent kind of started to sound familiar. Way back in high school, I participated in an exchange program to Southwest Germany, and for like a month, I went to a gymnasium where I got very used to the teacher's polyglottal accents, and yeah, it kind of sounds like Adrian Dittmann. Now, Adrian's depth of voice, his resonance, and the timbre of his voice does not sound like a 20-year-old to me, but the accent itself is not enough to confirm or deny whether Adrian is Elon. This is just the new transatlantic accent. This all comes from a very in-depth and well-researched analysis from Jackie Sweet and Maya, and a Spectator write-up that doesn't credit Maya or Jackie, so we're going to ignore them for the most part. I'm not going to go over the methodology here because you should really read Maya and Jackie's work. It is some real-ass journalism and is definitely more than compelling enough for me to say that there's more to the Adrian Dittmann story than just being a sock account. After being reached out to, Adrian wiped his socials, but using the pictures taken before the wipe, the team was able to verify that this was the same person who was streaming himself cooking steaks by a distinctive gold band on his finger, confirming this was the Adrian Dittmann from X. ConnorEatsPants mentioned in a follow-up stream the day after the interview that he thought the Spectator article was a little premature and a little invasive. And as impressed as I am with Maya and Jackie's sleuthing, I kind of have to agree. The fact they were able to track him down via his parents' jobs and data leaks from compromised AI sites is a little freaky. Really makes me consider my abysmal OPSEC, and that's why this video is sponsored by... No, absolutely joking. But it's a good reminder that the internet is a lot less anonymous than we would like to think. A lot of people read this and came to the conclusion that this was the entire story, and gotta be honest, I'm less convinced. ConnorEatsPants, my friends, and I are all wondering, is it always Adrian? Are we 100% sure that Elon isn't taking over the account to spread more positive press about himself? Elon is currently begging people to tweet more positive things, bring beauty back to his platform, but when all of the artists, musicians, and commentators I love and respect have fled to Blue Sky, follow me, by the way, for my absolutely unhinged and unfiltered thoughts. It's a great time. All that's left are Nazis, crypto bros, and teapot Twitter. I'm willing to bet there aren't a whole lot of good vibes being spread around there. Speaking of Nazis, apparently during Fortnite Friday, Elon Musk was at Mar-a-Lago penning a letter for the AfD, the far-right populist German party, known for being neo-Nazis. Of course, Musk could have just been at Mar-a-Lago playing Fortnite. God knows Bear needs that gig speed Wi-Fi, but the fact that there is now a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Deutschlander now associated with Musk makes me a little nervous. Clearly, I don't want to call every German person a Nazi, because that's just not true. I'm half German myself, but does recontextualize Adrian's love of music from the 20s, huh? Now, this is not enough to confirm or deny whether or not the person Connor talked to is just Adrian, but is enough for me to say that there is an Adrian running the Adrian Dittman account at least some of the time, which leads to this great jab from Connor over Adrian's name.
Why do you feel you need to get your point across as Adrian Dittman online?
Why not?
Well,
I have a good understanding.
Why do you use that instead of your real name?
What do you mean?
Oh, you said it's not a real name, right?
I never said that.
Yeah, you did. It was you said what does my name mean on that? You tweeted it. My name is
I said I'm the most. Yeah. No, I said that there are many people that have my name, but the name is independent from.
I've never heard your name before. There's multiple Adrian Dittermans.
Dittmans, yes. There are many, many.
I don't know about you, but I have never met or even heard of another Adrian Dittman. If you Google Adrian Dittman, you just get his Twitter account. So what does he mean? There are many Adrian Dittmans out there, because, no, there aren't. Now, could he mean there are many Adrian Dittmans on his account? That's a little more plausible in my book, but when pushed on this, Adrian starts focusing on a guy using a bush cover in the game, and uses this as a pivot, which even Connor calls out. This kind of pivot happens more than a few times during the stream. In fact, going back through it, I counted 22 instances of Adrian focusing on the game to ignore or pivot past a question. Whenever he's trapped in a corner or about to give up the game, Adrian suddenly becomes incredibly focused on playing the game to the best of his ability. I have ADHD, I get the distractibility, but this was clearly a ploy, and whenever a noise or phrase made Connor react, Adrian was sure to repeat it. Connor asked Adrian early on in the broadcast to repeat the way he said damn, because it was a funny meme.
Snipers, bro.
They fucking tracked your ass. That was great.
Wait, do that again. Do that damn. Do that.
Why?
It was funny. It was a good meme.
Damn.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
To which Adrian replies damn at least 5 more times during the stream, and when first asked about Grok, X's AI model, Adrian lets out a guttural "what?", which he repeats in the same tone and intensity at least 10 more times during the broadcast, to the point I was starting to wonder, is Adrian just a super advanced large language model bot that is getting stuck on a certain phrase? I don't actually think that Adrian is super grok or anything like that, but I honestly don't know what to think about any of this. And that's the whole point. Confusion, obfuscation, and adding to the chaos just seeds distrust in any media covering this story. I do believe the story will be completely uncovered within the next 6 months, but this will probably go down as one of the first uses of online disinfo campaigns to create a post-truth era. When we can no longer trust our lying eyes, what is truth? During the interview, Adrian gushes about how useful Grok is for finding new leads and topics in research. You can tell he truly and earnestly believes that AI is a good and powerful tool in the modern era. To which Connor expertly retorts, "Oh yeah, dude, I get all my medical advice from Grok." That was clearly a joke, but Elon has, in fact, asked X users to post their personal medical data for Grok to learn on, claiming Grok was already powerful enough to help with diagnoses. But a quick search into the validity of these diagnoses reveals massive issues and straight-up misdiagnosis. If people seriously start relying on Grok for their synopses on complicated topics, which according to people who safely make it to Blue Sky's safer shores is happening en masse on the platform, that could lead to a whole new distrust in professional industries. A doctor could look at a scan and easily recognize it as a textbook case of tuberculosis. Shout out Hank Green. But when Grok looked at the same scan, it recommended degenerative disc disorder, completely ignoring the main issue of the scan. The more people rely on AI synopses on complicated issues such as their health, the news, and sociopolitical issues, the more details and nuance they lose about real people. And when you start obfuscating humanity out of the humans, the worst things imaginable become possible. We are still in the dawn of AI, and already, outside of King Wallonius and BBL Drizzy, the positive use cases for AI are quickly starting to dwindle. Multiple researchers were able to get Grok to spit out these same political biases of X from fairly neutral political questions, which kind of makes sense. If Grok is using its base data off of X, then it's going to reflect the biases of the people who are using X. And X, these days, is decidedly right-wing. During the 2024 American elections, Elon Musk boosted and bankrolled multiple far-right candidates, including Donald Trump. And now that he won his seat, he is setting his sights on the globe. I've already mentioned the AFD, but even more recently, Elon Musk has gone after Keir Starmer and the rest of Turf Island by siding with Reform UK, yet another far-right populist party. Musk has been making claims of grooming gangs roaming England, a long-held racist trope in Europe and England, and is posting either misunderstandings of or straight-up misinformation about a study pertaining to those grooming gangs. According to the study, overwhelmingly, white men were the predators, but a little thing like truth and evidence isn't going to stop Elon Musk. Clearly, this is bigger than X, bigger than Grok, and the fact that the world's richest man is publicly supporting far-right populist movements all around the globe is a nightmare. Elon spent $277 million on the 2024 US elections. Not a single one of you watching could do that. Not with all the PACs you may or may not know. Yet, Elon can dump $239 million into his America PAC, with millions more going into his covert RBG PAC, bastardizing the name of the late Justice. Personally, if I were the head of the FEC, if any person donated $1 million to anything related to this, that would trigger audits up the ass. But hey, Trump appointed Sean Cooksey in 2020 to the head of the FEC, so I guess they're all just sitting pretty. We all get one vote. But if you have enough money, you can just fund your own politician, just like Elon Musk or Sam Bankman-Fried. All this money spent to control a narrative that might get traced back to Musk, but internet sleuths can't catch everything. Elon has a direct, tangible effect on our politics and culture at large, even if his culture is 15 years behind. And he's using that power to add to the fog of reality, to bend truth into a story that benefits him. Elon loves the mystery. He loves the fact that Maya had to delete their post to regain access to their X account, adding fuel to the disinfo campaign. This is what he wants. He wants us in the dark, arguing over whether or not he is Adrian while he gallivants on the global stage. Smarter people than me have pointed out how Elon's late night posts are becoming more and more unhinged, how he's kicking out the MAGA base that elevated him to his privileged position. It seems like this current crash out with the people around him might spell the end for Elon Musk. Tesla's stock is plummeting with the abysmal Cybertruck sales. X is worth 80% less than when Elon initially bought it. And he's even fallen out of favor with Trump by being too clingy. I can absolutely imagine that Elon wants to live in a new reality, a reality that he gets to set the rules to. Now, I'm not saying that Adrian is Elon or is never Elon, but yeah, if I had the weight of countries in my hand, I would want to set that shit down and play some games too. At the end of the day, we do not know for sure if the person interviewed on Fortnite Friday was Elon or Adrian. We can only speculate, theorycraft, and add to the noise surrounding the story. But after all that, I just have to wonder, does it actually matter? Does it actually change anything if Elon does have a self-suck sock account, or if Adrian is just the greatest Elon clone ever? Would it actually change people's opinions if the person on Fortnite Friday was Elon Musk? If it is Elon, leftists will still call him a shit grifter Nazi son of an apartheid emerald mine owner. Chuds will think it's le epic troll, and centrists will say, why do you even care? If it is Adrian, then leftists are just making fun of a young man obsessed with his blorbo from the internet. Chuds will still think it's dank memes, and centrists still won't care. It doesn't actually matter. But it kind of does. Something is just sticking in my brain about all of this. People can already clone someone's voice and make anyone say anything. YouTube has this horror show feature that allows you to one-click reply to comments with some AI-generated text Google thinks you'd say. We are already living in some semblance of post-reality. The more power and money Elon acquires, the more he will start pulling strings from the shadows, as every capitalist at his level already does. But in Elon's case, he has an army of alt accounts, bot accounts, and people that are so close to his own ideology, they may as well be bots or clones. He can start pulling strings without ever stepping out of the light. Even if Adrian is not Elon, who's to say there aren't thousands of Elon Dittmans waiting in the rafters, ready to change perception?